The New York Theater Experience is a theater advocacy group that promotes indie theater, and I mean all New York theater, but especially indie theater, or what some people call off-off-Broadway, that perhaps might not get as much press coverage. The mission of the organization and NYTheater.com, the website, run by Martin and Rochelle Denton, is to level the playing field so that everybody can get press coverage and everyone can promote their show. They do it through a number of different avenues, primarily through the website NYTheater.com.
One aspect of the website that I really love is that the people who review the shows are very often, almost always, theater artists themselves, so it creates a dialogue. You know, you have a stable of writers who have a certain amount of empathy for the artists they're writing about, having endured, you know, what it's like.
It's amazing to have a person like Martin Denton who is sort of the core of this experience. We have someone who comes to our shows. We know that our shows are always being reviewed.
He is a theater reviewer in this town who is on the artist's side.
The language that he gives you about your work is just that validation and that respect. You're not just a pat on the back, good job, but no, you're doing something very important, carrying American theater forward.
It's affirming. He put into words all of the ideas that I had been trying to get across for 3 years, and all of a sudden I realized that what I was doing wasn't existing in a vacuum.
They're publishing, they have a small press in which they publish annual play anthologies.
It's the first time I'd been published as a playwright. How exciting was that?
You know, if you figure that he's published, I don't know how many dozen playwrights in this way, the multiplication factor of his impact gets to be like ripples in a pond, and by the end, probably tidal waves.
They have an audio podcast program that they do twice a week.
It gives you a really big opportunity to talk about your work in a way that is a candid way of speaking about what you do.
You know, I've probably met 100 or 150 theater artists and been exposed to their work. And then, of course, they'll meet each other at the live podcasts that we do. So again, it's another way he brings people together.
It's a whole trifecta. He's got the website, he's got the publishing, he's got the podcast, and all together, it's this totally wonderful beacon of light.
Remembering a time before Martin, you know, you were kind of left to shift for yourself in the city. There was no community per se.
And generally things have grown, and the community of off-Broadway theater got bigger and more powerful. I think that Martin helped us with this empowerment and having more agency, supporting our community of artists.
He's revolutionized the way theater gets covered in this town and raised the bar for all the other media outlets that do it.
Martin's the go-to guy for what is percolating underneath.
Like, was there, you know, independent theater before Martin Denton? I don't know, you know.
So hundreds, maybe even thousands of theater artists whose lives he's touched. I mean, it stretches around the world.